Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're taking this KLX 300R and we're going to be changing out the rear sprocket on this thing. Out on the trails, this thing is geared so low that it doesn't allow you to really do anything else, because if you're out looking to do some road riding or something, or doing long hauls on a trail, this thing cannot get up to speed. I want to say this thing probably tops out at about 60 miles an hour, maybe even 55, but we're going to be doing some speed tests today. So this thing from the factory has a 14 tooth on the front and a 50 tooth sprocket on the back. This thing is geared super low. It's different than the regular KLX 300. So there's a lot of different debates out there on the interwebs. I don't know about top speed on these bikes. The regular KLX 300 is a dual sport bike, so it's going to be going a lot faster on roads. It's geared differently. It comes with a 14 tooth on the front and a 40 on the rear, so it's geared a lot higher, made for those road speeds. This one is the dirt bike version, so it comes with super low gearing, but we're going to kind of mix it up a little bit. We're going to take the 50 tooth and go down to a 47 tooth sprocket on the rear and see if we can kind of balance out the off-road use and a little bit of those long straight trails where we're doing a little bit of hard packed road. Try to find a little bit of a balance. But guys, we're going to be testing it out, doing some speed testing on this thing, doing some trails where you can kind of see the difference in it lugging along. In this bike, you can lug it pretty well anyway, but just changing up the gearing a little bit. All right, guys, like and subscribe. Let's get into it. So I haven't had too much trouble out of this bike on the trails. It's just geared a little too low is the main problem. Like, I have it in second gear right now. And if this thing weren't able to lug along, I mean, we'd be in trouble. But I mean, we can lug it pretty good. But I think if we go down in teeth on the rear, so this 47 tooth sprocket, it's probably gonna allow this thing to, you know, chug a little bit better in that second gear. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it's pretty responsive, but it's just geared so low. Yeah, so like I was saying, for trails, like it's third gear right here, and I'm able to lug it pretty good. But if we could keep that to be second gear, then we're going to be a lot better off. And it's going to extend our speed when we're out on the roads. It's up here in Alaska, there's a lot of haul roads, things like that you can go down for a nice little trail. It's right by the creek. I had to drop it down into first right there because it's getting pretty technical. Oh, a lot of tree roots. I did not know this trail existed. It's pretty cool. Ton of tree roots. Trap line too. Yeah, just kind of cruising in first gear right now. All right, let's go do our speed test on this thing. All right, guys, we have our speedometer set miles per hour, and this is miles per hour, not kilometers per hour. Now, a lot of people do the kilometers and they're getting confused when everybody's doing all these speed tests. We're gonna give it hell. windy and this thing sounds like it's gonna blow the heck up. It is just wound out. Hopefully you guys can see that on the camera. But 70 miles an hour on a 50-tooth rear sprocket. 47 might get us, you know, to possibly 75, 80 miles an hour. But we'll see. Time will tell, but I'm more curious about how we're gonna be able to ride trails and not have to gear up as much. We can still lug it along. And let's say second gear versus having to go up into third. And same thing kind of goes for first. Leave it in first gear for all the technical stuff instead of having to leave it in second. So we're heading back to the house. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing swapped out for our new Turner 47 tooth rear sprocket. We went with a Turner just because it's a little bit cheaper. I didn't feel like dropping 100 on like a Renthal. So we just went with that. And it's gonna do just as good. So I'm not too picky. We're not riding this thing on a track or anything. We're just kind of just weekend warrior, nothing crazy. As we're back in the shop, we got our new 47 tooth sprocket. We're gonna go ahead and throw on this bike. And you know, it's not a Renthal, but overall, it's not too bad. It's pretty good quality for a very inexpensive aluminum sprocket. I think I paid about 50 bucks for this. So we're gonna go ahead and get this 50 tooth off of here, 47 tooth on. Already went ahead and loosened up the adjustment bolts there. We're not gonna break the chain or anything. We're just gonna slide it forward all the way. We should have enough room to get the chain off because we're definitely gonna make more room with that 47 tooth. We're gonna be able to mess around with it. And another thing I wanted to do with that 47 tooth, we're gonna be able to ride the axle a little bit further back because we're gonna be taking all that play out of that chain. It's gonna give us a little bit more stability with the bike as well because the wheelbase on this bike is a little bit shorter. And that's one thing a lot of people don't like about the KLX 300s, but not too bad, but that's gonna give us some more stability. Let's go ahead and get this axle off. Slide this forward. There we go. All right, we're about to say bye-bye to this 50 tooth rear. See right here, it has a 50. Like we said, the KLX 300 dual sport comes with a 40 tooth rear sprocket, and that allows it to travel at highway speeds. I can't imagine trying to ride at highway speeds with this thing. This thing would be screaming. But hopefully with this 47 tooth, we're gonna be able to achieve a little. These things are on there. All right, we're gonna take all these off and we'll catch back up with you when we go. All right, old sprocket's coming off. This thing weighs quite a bit too. You can tell it's a steel sprocket, which I guess is more durable, but weighs a lot more. I would say at least double, if not more, than this one. Go ahead and get this one put on. Clean up these surfaces just a touch. They're pretty clean. Just felt a little gritty. All right, new one's installed. It's going back in the bike. right, we got it installed. I think it looks great. That black looks really good. They did have a green one, but the green was a little bit off, so I went with the black. All right, guys, we got the new Sprocket installed. Taking it out on the road. I think we're gonna hit the trail first. I can notice it's geared a little bit higher now. It's still able to pull the front wheel up there a little bit. Now we're gonna hit this trail. Oh shoot. I'll wipe out first. It is early, I just woke up. So this is first gear. Dodge some tree branches. I mean, I will say first gear's a little bit more manageable. This is second. Definitely cruising a lot faster than I would normally. I think it definitely allows you to be a little bit peppier. Definitely allows you to be a little bit peppier in a lower gear, but still cruise a little bit faster. Call this the tree root trail. Tree roots everywhere. I don't know, on camera it probably doesn't look that crazy. Yeah, this is first gear, so definitely able to carry a little bit more speed in that first gear. Yep. Back to the mud hole. We're not going through that. Oh yeah. Now yesterday I was almost having to get up in the second right here. Whereas we're able to carry first gear pretty good right now. Just kind of lug that first gear around. As overall, super impressed with just going down to a 47 tooth. What kind of gear spacing it gives us on the trails. I think it's a little bit better. We're gonna see what kind of top speed stuff we can get out of this. We're gonna do this next. Look for some vehicles here. Yeah, I can definitely tell, just kind of lugging first gear around, it's definitely geared a lot higher. All right, we got record going on the phone app. Let's do a top speed run. 72. I can't believe it just gave us 72. That's it. Well, I don't know. I figured we'd get at least 75. Guess not. So there you go. 72 with a 47 tooth. Definitely expected a little bit more. But whatever. Wasn't the main goal to get top speed, but you know, it was going to be an added benefit. But we'll give a little bit better gear spacing an advantage over the top speed. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it gave you a little bit of insight about the different sprockets that you can put on the rear, the different top speeds, just in my opinion, the different gears. Just in my opinion, the different gear spacing that you're going to get out of going down in teeth. The reason we didn't change the front sprocket is because it just kind of messes everything up. I try not to do that. If you go to changing the front sprocket, then the chain guides are going to get messed up. So that's one reason we didn't do that way. But there you go. There's some top speed runs. We had 70 miles an hour out of the 52 stock sprocket that we had. 72 miles an hour out of the other one. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Catch you in future videos.